Hi guys, it's 16-bit strings here, and so far I haven't published much on this channel, but I want to start doing that. And as promised in one of my recent shorts, today I just wanted to bring you 5 reasons why Kurt Cobain definitely killed himself. And I just wanted to do this because I still hear people, even in 2023, uh, talking about conspiracies, that maybe somebody else did it or Courtney Love did it. And it's a little silly at this point. Like, so many people are profiting off of the conspiracies still to this day and publishing books and things. But so just wanted to give you 5 reasons, and this is just going to be like a quick surface dive into the subject, and I may later do a deeper dive with more research. So, number one is Kurt Cobain had always dealt with depression. If you read his journals, the Kurt Cobain journals, which I have here, which you can go check out. Actually, when it came out, I was very skeptical about it coming out because I kind of felt like, oh, this is his private writings and it should not come out. But over the years, you know, curiosity just gets the best of you, and you actually get a glimpse into things that he was writing, and so I did, in fact, get it. But at any rate, in regards to the point, even way back in some of his early journaling when he was very young, he wrote about an attempted suicide, and wrote about how he had tried to like let a train hit him and things, and various other like signs of depression. So this depression in Kurt Cobain was nothing new. It had been something he battled with his entire life, was manic depression. And so to act like, oh, in his later days, he was suddenly not manic depressive is just silly. So that's number one. Number two, he had recently attempted in Rome, not too long prior to his death. He had attempted once and was briefly like in a coma, almost died that time, and then did not. And in that case, Courtney Love had called the authorities and got him the help he needed very quickly. If she had really wanted to kill him, she could have done it then. Number three, even some of his songs, he would mention these themes of like suicide and hating yourself and things like that. So read the songs, and granted, he always said he didn't want people to read into his lyrics too much, but still there's an emotional undertone to a lot of his songs that point towards something like that. Number four, a big thing conspiracy theorists bring up is, oh, well, somebody used his credit cards after he died. And this is just absolutely not true. What happened, he used his credit card for the last time when he paid for plane tickets when he was going up to the rehab. And then, of course, he climbed over the wall and left, and then went back to Seattle. So the transactions that were used for the tickets, it only showed the time that they were actually processed to the bank. That wasn't the actual time that they were used. So this could have been just transactions that finally went through later after he had already been deceased. And so it's very clear, and there's research online that you can find the document that shows where he paid for these tickets. And so that very much debunks this idea that like somebody was using his credit cards, like the person that maybe had murdered him or something. That's pretty self-explanatory. And like I said, I will do a deeper dive where maybe I actually show the purchase ticket and a little more deeper explanation when I do a deep dive. But number 5 and biggest reason for me is his closest friends, like the people who, like Chris Novoselic and to some extent Dave Grohl, believed that he did this to himself. Chris Novoselic said that, hey, the gun that he purchased was because Kurt Cobain didn't want to be messy. He didn't want to have a messy thing. He wanted it to be as less cleanup and things like that. Just, he knew him very well. He kind of knew his thinking. He had tried to stage an intervention where he was riding with him, trying to get him to go to rehab, and they had gotten in a big epic fight. So if anybody very, very close to him does not believe that it was Courtney Love or that it was murder, they would be the ones that would know. Even though maybe when he actually died, there was not, they were not right by his side. But things were in a place where they would know the situation better than conspiracy theorists do. And so that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the start of doing some additional content on this channel. I'm going to have my musical album coming up in the coming months that I'll put on here. I'm going to have other guitar tunes and all kinds of other things, video game music coming up. So I really appreciate you checking this out, and please give me, tell me what you think. Tell me if you disagree or agree in the comments, and have a good day.